Alright, g'day jabronis. I just realised I don't need to wear this because there's no music playing, but hi, it is the Verd here, and we are here for week 4 of Best Never Rest. Tampa Bay Frogadiers up against Hykertoad here and the Boston Boldores. Looking at matchup, pretty much most of the things that I expected him to bring. No real surprises, I don't think, from what I've seen here. Am I surprised by anything really? I don't think so. What else could he have brought? He had another water type, didn't he? He could have brought Magneton, but I didn't expect Magneton. When I was in that game, what did he have instead? It's pretty much what I expected. It's very Slowking week if I can chip the Reuniclus. He didn't bring Dina. Okay, interesting. It's very Volcarona week with this set that I have, so that's really nice. But as I said, in this situation, my lead of choice is most likely just going to be my Jirachi. Yeah. Oh, he didn't bring Diancie. Okay, so he didn't bring Diancie. That's really good for me, actually. So Latios has a good chance of just cleaning as well in this matchup, which is super nice. And Zapdos puts in a lot of work because he doesn't really have a switch in. So I'm going to lead with Jirachi. If he leads Weavile, we obviously have the Iron Head if we need to. He does lead Tang. Now, there is a temptation to just turn one Trick on Tangrowth, because, like, what is he going to hard swap out to? Potentially Weavile? Potentially? I don't think he hard swaps, I think he just stays in. So if I can just Choice Scarf this sorry, I trick this a Choice Scarf, that's really good. I won't be able to outspeed Weavile or the Keldeo, but I can still put a lot of pressure on his team, I feel. So I think I do want to trick the Tangrowth because that really shuts it down against my team. Allows me to have a lot more fun here, because I think he's just going to go for Knock. So I'm clicking Trick turn 1. I'm going to give him that Choice Scarf. He takes my Helmet, so you can take a little bit of Helmet Chip then. That's fine by me. So we know now that Tangrowth is locked in to Knock Off, so I can just go hard into Volcarona on this next turn and set up a sub, which is awesome. He can set up a Quiver, so that's also great. So I'm just going to U-turn out. If he wants to stay in, that's fine. We get that Chip, and we know he's going to go for Knock Off, so I can just go hard into my Volcarona. Yep, he goes to the Knock. We don't get the Flame Body Burn, which sucks, but it is what it is. We know that he's Choice Scarf locked, so we can just go straight for the Quiver Dance here. If he goes into Rotom, we can just sub up. So this is a really good spot for us to be in right now. Yeah, his Tangrowth basically shut down in this game. It's not going to do much. He actually goes hard Keld, which is interesting. We are just going to Quiver up here. And really, I guess it just comes down to if Scarf Keldeo can even kill me from here. So Scarf Keldeo, Hydro Pump to +1 Spadef Volk. Should not kill. But Giga Drain shouldn't kill either, so it's like a risk to Giga Drain. Like, if he Scarfed Keldeo, it's a roll for him to kill my Volcarona here. If he's AV, he can obviously live. I mean, the other thing too is he could just be a physical Keldeo, as crazy as that sounds, and he could be packing Rock Slide, which I believe Keldeo does get access to, but he'd need to have a fair bit of attack investment in order to threaten my Volcarona. So I think I'm just going to go for Giga Drain, because if he does reveal to be Scarfed, I'm looking at the calc here, and Scarfed Hydro, unless he's Modest Scarf. Modest Scarf is a roll in his favour to kill me. Anything else is not a roll. And like, if he knocks out Volk in that way, I can just go into potentially my Slowking, or I don't need to risk it either. That's the thing. I don't have to risk this turn. Does he run Modest Keldeo though? Because if he runs Modest, he doesn't even creep Volcarona, so I don't think that's worth the risk. I'm going to go for Giga Drain. I don't think he runs Modest, and I should be able to live any Hydro Pump that he goes for, so I could Giga Drain here. Because yeah, if he's Scarfed, I don't think he can run Modest in this matchup, because he has to respect things like Zapdos, Jirachi especially, he needs to be able to creep Jirachi if he's Choice Scarf. So, because of that, he could be Choice Specs Keldeo. Potentially. And if he Specs Keldeo with a timid nature, Hydro Pump will just straight up Oko my Volcarona. And Giga Drain does not knock out Keldeo from here. So he could be a Specs variant. Judging on the way he's played his Keldeo, I'm going to go hard into my Slowking, I think. I'm going to play it safe because I can preserve this Volcarona to still put in work later on. Like I said, it effectively can get a free setup against Tangrowth every time. And once my Drill gets Rocks up, I'm going to feel a lot safer in the scenario against Keldeo. For sure. Looking at Calcs. So I'm going to go into Slowking. He's probably calculating to see, because the thing is, he doesn't know if I have a Z move for him or not as well. But I'm going to play it safe and go into my Slowking, because... see, Giga Drain and Keldeo is nice, and there is a chance I kill, but it's a very slim chance, even with, like, no bulk on his Keldeo. The alternative play is to Quiver again. Because then if he Specs, and I get to +2, it's still a roll in his favour to kill me. So it's not worth the risk. Slowking is the play. As you reveal Stone Edge. Okay. Okay. That's pretty nice for us. He reveals Stone Edge, it's all good. He may go into his Reuniclus here. I think I just fire off a Psychic, because if Reuniclus is the Slowking switch in, we can play around that. We do have Jirachi, which can obviously steal its item, put in some work there. He may try and go into Tangrowth, so I can just U-turn for free, but I'm just going to fire off a Psychic here. I don't see any reason not to. If he wants to Toxic my Slowking, he dies. Yep, he does go into Reuniclus. We can just fire off a Psychic for free, get off a bit of chip on this thing. We don't see an item, which is interesting. Also doing 19%, so what we can do now is chuck this all into Calcs and see what kind of Reuniclus set we're working with here today. I didn't really bring a lot for Reuniclus, I'm not going to lie. Which is very frustrating. So Psychic did about exactly what was expected of a Fizz Def Reuniclus, so that tells me that I should be able to just go into my Jirachi. And be in a pretty good spot. Because Jirachi can just U-turn, threaten with Trick and whatnot. As he does to Shadow Ball and knock out my Jirachi. That's fine. That's all good. It's annoying, but it's all good, because I'm going to go into my Drill now and get up my Rocks. Potentially pressure him here with the fact that I could be SD. So, puts a lot of question marks on him here of what he wants to do, but I'm just going to get my Rocks, because they're super important here. It chips Rotom. It puts his Keldeo in range, potentially, of my Volcarona, although I've got to be careful of Stone Edge now, but I can go for Sub on the Tangrowth instead. So I'm going to go for my Rocks here, get them up as he does go into Tang. And what I can do here is fire off a Toxic on whatever move he wants to go for, pretty much. Toxic's pretty free here, I can just go for it, and then, depending on what Tang wants to do, I can play around it from there. But Toxic's a safe play, because I feel like he's just going to go for Knock again, and get rid of my lefties, which is fine. If he wants to EQ, then I can go into my Latios or my Zapdos and get some Ascendancy back in this game. So, I've got plays. Reuniclus is looking like a bit of an issue, but I do have opportunities against things like the Tangrowth to set up with my Latios, and Latios is able to Twit KO his Reuniclus. And potentially, after Rocks, could just win the game. Adam just kicked me out of the game. What just happened? Alright, so he locks himself into Giga Drain. Obviously, Drill can kind of like 1v1 this. Well, not really, but... I honestly just want to click Toxic again this turn, because I think it's so obvious of me to want to... I'm going to click EQ, actually, because I think it's really obvious that I could just hard swap out to Zapdos or Latios here. So I feel like he may try and be aggressive and take advantage of that. So I can just go straight for an Earthquake here. If he wants to stay in, then, like, yeah, my Drill gets chipped a bit more, but, like, it's just an interesting thing. I just don't think Hiker gains anything from clicking Giga Drain again, knowing that Zapdos and Latios and even Volcarona can just come in for free. So I feel like he's going to try and play aggressive to deal with that. So I'm going to EQ. it just, yeah, looking at the situation, because he knows that he's scarfed, he knows that he's locked into Giga Drain, and he knows that if he allows Volk in again, there's a chance that it sets up again, which is obviously no bueno for him. There's a chance for a lot of shenanigans. He can't really risk that, so I feel like he's going to try and go like hard into maybe like Rotom to be able to deal with the Moth plus the Zapdos. So I just like EQ's just a safe play. Like there's no reason for him to stay in with his Tangrowth, but he does choose to. I'm very surprised by this play. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm very surprised that he would choose to do that. I mean, I guess I go into Volcarona. Well, the thing is, like with Volk, right, I can just sub up against Tang. And then if he goes into Keldeo, I can just Giga Drain and scout to see like what kind of set he is. I'd rather kind of just do that. As crazy as it is, I'm just going to keep clicking EQ. It'll seem stupid because like I'm just constantly clicking Earthquake, but there is a method to the madness. I'm basically trying to set up to where my Volcarona can come in freely, or I'm catching him trying to do a double switch. People are going to look at this and be like, why is Verd being so stupid, constantly clicking Earthquake? But it's basically, I'm trying to give my Latios or my Volcarona a platform to just come in and put in work. And honestly, I think it will be Latios because there is a big opportunity here to just DD up and put in a ton of work against Hiker's team here. Potentially that's even the better play than going Volcarona. I'm just going to EQ again. Like, I don't know if he's expecting me to over, like, obviously, man, if I'd gone into one of them on that turn, it would have been super good, because it would have put me in a really strong position, but at the same time, he's getting chipped down with Tang. I'm just going to keep clicking EQ, man, honestly. Like, I'm just going to keep clicking it. I just... I don't know. EQ is the better play, because if he goes out to anything on his team, it's going to get punished. Well and truly. And if Drill dies and it allows Volcarona or Latios in to just set up for free, Latios with a DD up basically threatens his entire team because of how strong it is. Like I said, 2-KOing Reuniclus, basically OHKOing everything else. There's not a whole lot that Tang can do against Latios either since it's Choice Scarfed. And then Volcarona can obviously just get a sub up against Tang. And if Keldeo wants to come in, I can just fire it for Giga Drain and just weaken Keldeo to the point where it no longer really checks Volcarona. So that's really nice. So I'm just gonna click EQ again. Honestly, yeah. He still hasn't clicked his move. Yep, he goes into Reuniclus. Nice. And yep, sweet. So Reuniclus is now chipped to the point where it's not checking shit. So that's perfect. I'm just gonna click EQ again. Reuniclus is now in range of where I just feel confident going into Latios after this, but Reuniclus is chipped to the point where it's not really threat. I think everything just knocks Reuniclus out now. That's awesome. So we just EQ again for free. He can just go back into Tang. That's fine. Hi. And he's seen that I have lefty, so I feel like this turn he's going to go try and go for the knockoff. So I'm going to go hard Volk, because even if it doesn't work and he goes for Rock Slide, then I can double back into Latios and set up. So I'm going to go hard into Volk here, expecting him to want to go for... he could also go for EQ, but I obviously take that with my HP investment. I don't think he goes for EQ knowing I have a Zapdos and a Latios. I think he's going to go for Knock. So I'm going to go hard into Volcarona here. As he doubles into Reuniclus, no, you're not allowed to bring this thing in for free. Not on my watch, sir. So we are just going to Fire him Z on this turn because it means that if Reuniclus was somehow Assault Vested, for some reason, I just want to ensure that this thing dies, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Fiery Dance should knock out max HP Reuniclus, which I did ascertain was most likely its set. Does 36 min, so I'm just going to Fiery Dance. There's no reason to risk it. If Keldeo comes in, I can always just go Slowking. And Slowking, I think, from here can even knock out Reuniclus with Scald, so that's nice. I'm just going to Fiery Dance for free, I think. And he may just sack off his Reuniclus here, which could be good for us. I don't want to allow this thing to ever heal up. The other play I could obviously make is going for Quiver Dance, predicting him to want to heal up, and then I can go for... No, but that allows him back... I'm never allowing this thing to get back up to health. It's getting Fiery Dance. He goes hard Keld, that's fine. We're going to see if this thing's AV or not. That did 29%. We do get a special attack raise. Interesting. So how much should I be doing? Man, if I had gone for the Z move with Keldeo, it would be crazy. How much is Fiery Dance expected to do to a Keldeo? That was more than expected. So that means that he's running a naive Keldeo. Has to be, yep, has to be a naive Keldeo. So, what I want to look at though is my Slowking set and whether, realistically, it can just knock out a Reuniclus. I need Scold to be able to kill. Scold kills, okay, cool. And I'm running Speed Investment on my Slowking. Pretty sure I'm running Speed Investment. No, I'm not. So it could be a Speed tie, But regardless, I go into Slowking here. I think it's just the safest play. Latios is also a play I could make. But I think Slowking's just the optimal decision. Or is Latios better? I think Slowking's just the best play overall. Because Psychic's just free against this team. I'm going to go Slowking. As he's going to Toxic. Okay. This is a pretty free Psychic this turn. Even if Reuniclus comes in, it obviously dies. Nothing else really wants to come in. And if Weavile comes in, we can catch that too. I don't think he has a reason to stay in with Keldeo though, so I kind of just want to click Scald. Because it covers like every base and chips Weavile even further. And just knocks out Reuniclus straight away, so I don't have to worry about any 50-50s with that. Yeah, because I don't see him really wanting to sack off Keldeo when it can deal with Volcarona. He made a really risky play there, I can respect that though, but I'm going to Scald. Because if Keldeo stays in, I can still take the hit and I can still swap out to Zapdos if I have to. I can see that he's Scarfed. I think he is Scarfed from the way he's playing his Keldeo though, so I'm just going to go for the Scald here. And it'll catch and kill Reuniclus, and it'll chip everything else in his team. If Tang wants to come in, then I can obviously just double out back into Volcarona pretty freely, which is awesome. So yeah, he goes into Tang, which is fine. Tang is A-okay. We get off a good chunk of damage on Tang. That's great. So he is Scarfed, so he's going to outspeed us. I can take any hit and knock out Tang, but that's not really what I want to do. Realistically, I kind of want to go into Latios, because I feel like he's either going to go for knockoff, or he's going to go for Giga Drain, and either way I could go into Latios and just start setting up DDs at this point, and that could just win the game. So, well, I can go into Volk, I think, anyway, because if he wants to knock off, it's fine. If he wants to Giga Drain, it's fine. If he has Rock Slide, he might click it, but even if he does, then it is, like I said, the free setup that Latios needs to basically kind of bring this game into my favour, just to win, because Keldeo's in range of +1 D-Claw, Weavile's in range, Tangrowth potentially will get in range after Rock, so yeah, I'm going to go hard Volk again. Keeping Slowking healthy is good, because it just deals with Keldeo and Nidoking, and I can still set up a Trick Room later in the game and win. Losing Rachi kind of sucked, but like this Tang being shut down so early is so good in the long run. So I'm going to send in Volk because I feel like he's either going to double or he's just going to stay in as he goes for Toxic. So that's perfect for me, to be honest. He could go Keldeo. He has a lot of sacks, so I feel like he won't go Keldeo. I think he's just going to let something die to Fiery Dance. Like he's either sacking Reuniclus or he's sacking Tangrowth. Either way, I'm just going to click Fiery Dance here. He is locked into his Toxic though, so there is the temptation to... I don't know, I'm surprised he went Tang against Slowking too. I'm just going to Fiery Dance, guys. He actually goes into Rotom Heat, so that's fair enough. I'm just going to go for the Fiery Dance, get off a bit of chip. I get the special attack boost, so I don't know if my Fiery Dance is going to be able to kill this Rotom from here. I don't think it will. What am I? I'm a Volcarona. So Fire Dance should have done like 26, and this one did 19. So in order for it to do 19, I have to assume maybe he's like an Assault Vest Rotom with a lot of attack investment potentially. If that's the case, Z Fiery Dance does not a whole lot. So I actually want to Quiver this turn, just get out what he wants to do, and then I can fire off a move after that. Because he could be HP Rock, maybe. I don't know, but Latios should be able to get a free setup against AV Rotom anyway, so I'm going to Quiver up here. He could have Foul Play though, so I'm going to be careful of that. But like Zapdos can also take advantage of this mod. So I'm going to Quiver this turn, because I can then Fire MZ and knock out Rotom on the next turn and force Keldeo in. As he defogs. So that's cool. Alright, so he defogs. At this point, Fire MZ should be able to knock out AV Rotom. It's a roll to do it. That sucks, but we're going to give it a shot. I think at this point it is my best play. To just Inferno Overdrive, he may try and sack something off here, which would be a understandable play, but I'm going to click Inferno Overdrive on this turn. I could click Giga Drain on the off chance he wants to try and sack something, and then I could like take advantage on the next turn. Like if you wanted to sack Reuniclus here, it would make sense, and also Giga Drain on the Rotom. Doesn't get any health back though, really. It chips it into range of an attack, but like he can still just overheat and I die to Toxic. So I think, yeah, Z move time is now. Something dies, pretty much. Or Rotom gets chipped to the point where it dies. So we'll see. If I'm doing that much with... I don't know if that was a max roll or a min roll with my move, but if it was a min roll initially with that Fiery Dance, then he will be pretty much in range here of dying to a Z Fiery Dance. This is kind of where I wish I was like Fire Blast, where I could definitely knock him out, but... You know, it is what it is. He hasn't seen subs, he doesn't know what I'm packing. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be netting a kill this turn with my Volcarona, which is pretty nice. So, there's that. Rocks being gone is kind of annoying, but I can get them back up later on with Drill. Potentially against like the Scarflock Tang, so that's good. Puts a lot of pressure on, like Reuniclus basically dies to everything on my team now. So that's also refreshing. It's never getting a free heal unless I try and Trick Room with Slowking at the wrong time, and I'm not going to allow myself to make that mistake. So I am just going to click the Inferno Overdrive here, 100%. Yeah. Because it has a chance to kill Rotom at this point, which is the most important thing. It might not kill it, but it's the fact that it has a chance that I just want to give it a shot. And then we'll go from there, I guess. If it kills, cool. If it doesn't kill, then what I can just do potentially is go into maybe Excadrill in that situation, because it kind of covers anything he wants to go into. Yeah, because I can knock out Rotom. If he goes into Keldeo, I can go into Slowking. If he goes into Weavile, I can potentially take a hit and then kind of go from there. So we are going to see if this does knock out his Rotom. And he lives on 1 HP and has an Eye of Papa Berry, so that sucks. But oh well, you know, these things do happen, guys. Not much you can do about it. He's probably just going to go out to his Weavile. That's super unfortunate that it was that much of a roll, but I don't know. The thing is, I don't know how much of a roll it was, to be honest. That did, what, 56%? Inferno Overdrive was doing up to 62, so I think it was... like, maybe in my favor. He is going to go out to his Weavile, though, and obviously he can just click Ice Shard and knock me out. But luckily we do have the Slowking with the Colbur Berry, so we can deal with the Weavile after that 100%. So, there's that. So we're just going to go for Fiery Dance here, as he is going to probably just go for Ice Shard. I have no reason to risk anything here. Just let my Volcarona die, and then I can get in my Slowking to basically pick off one of his Mons. So yeah, it should be all good still. I'm feeling confident that DD Latios can actually win this game, because his Tang is choice locked. I just need to be careful because he's probably going to choice lock himself into Toxic against my Latios and then try and like swap out a bunch of times. So I got to play around that really smart. So he's going to Ice Shard knock me out. He doesn't reveal Life Orb. So I have a choice to make here. I could go into my Drill, because if Weavile is banded, then obviously Drill can take advantage of this. But it looks like he doesn't have a boosting item, so does Drill then potentially live a hit? Drill from this range is at 62.6, so if he has no boosting item, Jolly Knockoff is a roll to kill me. Does he have any reason to run Low Kick? I don't think he does. Even if he did, it's a low chance to kill anyway. So Knock from Weavile is a roll at this point to kill my Excadrill, so I could go into it now, since we know he's not Life Orb. And then just go for Rocks, as he probably goes into his Tang. And then we can kind of play from there. I think that's my play. Because I could go Slowking, but I don't want to waste the Colbur. It could be handy later on against the Weavile, since I know it's not banded. So I'm going to go into my Driller, because I know I can take a knockoff from here and I can get up my Stealth Rocks. He doesn't want to risk his Weavile getting Iron-Headed. He has a Tang in the back, he has a Reuniclus, he has Rotoms, he has Sacks for days. So I'm just going to get up my Rocks here, I think. He could attack. Like, it's a risk because knockoff might not kill. I don't know if he's seen the damage from his Tangrowth as to the bulk that my Drill has. Obviously, it'd be great this turn if I could just go for Well, I mean, what I can just do is potentially just Earthquake, because I can chip Weavile. Well, there's no point, right? Because realistically, I'm not going to kill the Weavile with Earthquake, but with Rocks up, I can really pressure it in the late game against my Slowking and against my Latios. So I feel like overall Rocks is the better play here for me, as he is going to go into Tang, so that's perfect. Rocks do go up, and that's awesome, and I think what I just want to do here is go hard into my Latios, as I feel like he's going to go for either knockoff, or he's going to go for, what do you call it? He's going to go for, Giga Drain, knockoff Giga Drain, so I'm going to go hard Lati. As he does knock, does a good chunk, but we can take that. And we can Mega Evolve here, I think. Well, actually, we've got to be careful now, I just realized. If he stays in and knocks off again, I believe I get put into Ice Shard range of Weavile. This is why running Roost is important, guys. Shit. If he stays in and knocks again, we actually are in trouble. I think he may try and preserve this, though, because he knows that it checks Drill. I think he's going to try and sack off his Reuniclus here. So I'm going to Mega Evolve. And I'm just going to... Damn. I think I lose. I think I'm actually going to lose because I shouldn't have done that. I should have just stayed in with Drill and Earthquaked to scout what move he wanted to lock himself into and then gone from there. That was... Because if I DD up here and then he knocks off again, he's going to put me most likely in range of dying. Is there really any need for the AV on Zapdos at this point? Because if not, it is the switch in. Because Zapdos can kind of just knock everything out at this point. Barring Weavile, obviously, but... Because I want to keep Latios at a healthy range to be able to... Like, well, at this point, no. Like, Weavile coming in on Rocks is good. I can put pressure on it again with Drill. So I'm going to DD. I'm going to force the Weavile to have to come in. And I'm going to have to force him to sack him on. Perfect, because he goes for Reuniclus. That's awesome. So we DD up. And I can obviously knock this Reuniclus out. Probably just with Earthquake, to be honest. I would assume Earthquake just knocks out max HP, max defense Reuniclus here. +1 Adamant, yeah, Reuniclus just dies to EQ. He has no reason to go hard back into Tang here, so I'm just going to Earthquake, I think. Because I got the feeling, the way he's been playing his Reuniclus, that it's a Rocky Helmet variant. Potentially, I don't know. I don't want to take any unnecessary Rocky Helmet chip and then put myself into range of a Weavile going for Ice Shard. Because Jolly Banded Ice Shard from here is a roll to kill, so I'm going to EQ. He could go back into Tang, so be it. Sweet, we knock out Reuniclus. Okay. So the big thing about this too, though, is it gives us a really good chance of winning with Slowking. If he goes into Weavile here and goes for Ice Shard. We also don't know what kind of Weavile set he is, so there's a chance I can take that on. But if he goes into Tang here, my play is probably going to be going hard into Drill, potentially. I don't know yet. It's really a big decision, actually, with Tang. Because Fizz Def Tangrowth takes a decent hit from Dragon Claw, but nothing substantial. So he does go Weavile. Now, the only way Weavile can knock out my Lando... my Lati from here is if he is Choice Banded. There is no other item I believe he could be. Life Orb does not kill me from here, and I believe on my BNR team I have something that would force him to run... Yeah, Lati forces him to run... Jolly, right? Yeah, he has to be Jolly. He can't risk not creeping. Lati, so the only way Weavile can actually knock out my Latios from here is if he is banded. And if he is then banded, I can go into my Slowking, get up a Trick Room, and then proceed to just clean through his team and potentially win the game. So we are going to Declaw here. We can live this Ice Shard if his Weavile is not banded, so we're going to go for it. If he's Adamant, then that's crazy, but we're going to go for Declaw. We should live this from the calcs that I put up here, as you can see. Because my Latios has 96 defense investment, Ice Shard does 57.8% max from Jolly Life Orb. Sorry, Even with a choice band, that's the crazy thing. Even with a choice band, it's a roll in my favor to live. So he's probably going to see the choice band calc and be like, well, it's a roll in my favor, so I'm going to do it. And there's a chance I can just live it. And if I do live it, because Tang doesn't have the helmet, that's really huge. Because then Latios outspeeds everything, and I can just preserve it to start picking off things in the late game. So I'm just going to declaw and hope for the best here. He shards, and we do live it and knock out Weavile. Dope. Oh, okay. We are in a really good position to win this game now, because the other thing is that my Zapdos now has a phenomenal matchup. I just kill the Keldeo, just straight up, it dies. I kill Rotom straight up, I kill Tang, and all I need is chip on the Nidoking, and I'm in a really good position in that regard too. So he goes into the Tang as expected. I have no reason to risk my Latios here. I want to preserve the Assault Vest, I think. So what I want to do actually, I think maybe, is go into Drill to scout what he wants to do. I can actually honestly just go hard into maybe Slowking. No. Slowking's not worth the risk. I feel like I either go hard into Drill or go hard into Zap, because Zap in this situation is also just really nice. Like, it doesn't really need the Assault Vest. It's nice to have it, but it doesn't really need it to win this game, because we do have Slowking in the back as well as Latios to pressure things. So how I want to play this, I think I just want to go hard Zapdos. If he knocks off, so be it. I can just then start firing off attacks. I want to preserve my Latios because it can still win the game. 100%. And against Tang, I can just click HP Ice. Wowzers, guys. Wowzers. This has been a heck of a game. But I think we might... I really thought we were going to lose. I really did, because I thought he was going to stay in there with his Tang against my Latios as I attacked, but he went into Reuniclus, and that was huge. He Toxics, that's fine. So from this range, I believe Tangrowth will just die to Zapdos going for Heat Wave. Pretty confident that's about to happen. Yeah, Zapdos Heat Wave kills. HP Ice actually, I believe, kills from this range too. No, it does not. Discharge, Heat Wave definitely kills though, so I'm just going to click Heat Wave. And yeah, we're just going to go from there, I think, honestly, because he doesn't have switching. So he's going to go into his King, which is kind of great for me, because if I hit this, I get off a huge chunk. It's 2 KOing, so that's awesome. That means I can hit HP Ice here and just kill his Nidoking. That's great. So I can just... If Heat Wave's doing that much, then surely HP Ice is killing his Nidoking. So, yeah. Like, HP Ice is doing more to Nidoking, so I just HP Ice and knock it out. Pretty nicely. There's no reason to risk Heat Wave missing when I can just HP Ice and kill him. He might think I'm like Specs or something, he may go into Rotom here, but now that Nidoking's chipped as well, it just, like, everything's looking like a Slowking sweep too, because against Tangrowth I can just get up a Trick Room, and then just click Psychic now, and kill everything, so that's great. So I'm just going to HP Ice here. If he goes Rotom, I can just Ancient Power it. I think Zap just kind of runs through him from here. I really want a Heat Wave in case he goes into Rotom, but either way, I don't think I'm killing him. So yeah, I just go for Hidden Power Ice here, and then when Rotom comes in, I can just go for Discharge or Ancient Power. Go from there. So yeah, pretty good spot right now. Pretty happy, because if Keld comes in against Zap, I can just Trick Room up with Slowking and win. So I just HP Ice here. That Heat Wave did so much to Nidoking, though, good god. So he has to be like a... yeah, he has to be like a standard berry. If he's Scarfed, Scarfed Ice Beam can't kill me from here at all, because I'm Assault Vest, so... I just HP Ice, and he may try and go for Chip to put me in range of Keldeo. I don't know, we're going to see, but I'm preserving my Latios because obviously at the end of the day it can still fire off a hit and potentially win the game. So yeah, we HP Ice because that knocks out Nidoking 100%. Fun times. So yeah, we're in a decent spot. Slowking can still win the game as well, pretty easily. I don't want to misplay here and switch out, because if he goes for Rocks with King, then my Latios dies, and that's terrible. He could be Scarfed Rocks, which would also suck. I don't really want that to happen. So there is a part of me that wants to go hard into Latios here, predicting Scarf Rocks Nidoking. But at the same time, if Latios dies on that turn, like, he doesn't have a switch in. Like, Rotom comes in, I just Ancient Power and kill it. Keldeo comes in, I live a hit and can just kill it with Discharge. Tangrowth comes in, I just Heat Wave. So I'm just going to HP Ice here. as he does choose to go into Keldeo. We are just going to HP Ice this thing, get off a bit of chip, take a bit of damage. It's fine. He may think he can just kill me with like Stone Edge or something, I don't know. But to be honest, I have no reason not to go out to my Slowking on this turn, because he may try and double. But Slowking's pretty safe, I think. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go hard into my Latios. Because if Keldeo stays in and attacks, then Slowking can get up a Trick Room and I win. So that's great. That's game over. So I'm going to go hard Latios. Do I go hard Latios or hard Drill? Hard Drill. Because if he attacks, then cool. And I know he's Scarfed. So Drill can kind of just come in and do some shit. And then if Tang comes back in, I can just go back into Zap. Right? Yep.
You do make fab and stuff then?
Yeah, I'll do that stuff later on, Dad. I'm just quickly... Yeah,
No,
leave them by the computer. It's all good.
Thanks.
I'll take care of them. Okay, so... This is a tough play, guys. I think he's going to try and double back into Nidoking. The most expendable member of my team is Excadrill, so I'm going to go hard Drill here. Yep, got him. Nice. Alright, cool. So Drill's in. And I can just fire off an EQ if he wants to go back into Tang. It's whatever. It doesn't really matter too much. I can just go back into Zap afterwards and just put pressure on. If he's Scarfed, then I can just set up. So yeah. I just EQ here because I outspeeded Nidoking. If he goes back into Tang, I can just wear that thing down 1v1. Like, literally, guys, I win if I allow my Slowking to get up a Trick Room. Like, that's when the game ends, is when Slowking Trick Rooms. So, what I want to do here, pretty much, is... Well, I mean, I could just keep Drill around, I guess, because if it's Scarf Keldeo, it's kind of nice. Because I could go hard Zap here, and then basically everything dies. But honestly, what I just want to do here is... fire off some more Earthquakes. I want to see what he wants to do with this Tang. Does he want to knock? He does. Okay, cool. So I just want to keep spamming EQ because I know it knocks out his Tang. And like I said, I'm trying to set up for Slowking just to clean, or for Zapdos just to clean at this point of the game. That is the set plan at this point. Because Slowking can set up a Trick Room on Keldeo. So I'm just going to keep spamming EQ. He has no switch in for this. Another EQ into poison damage, I believe, will knock him out, and he's trapped into knockoff, which won't be killing me. So he's forced to basically sack something against Drill here, which is really nice, because anything that he sacks is really good. Because Nidoking and Tangrowth just die to Heat Wave, and Keldeo is the only Heat Wave switch in left. So he's trying to play around that, but I can just keep spamming EQ here with Drill. Man, this team actually did put in work. I literally built this team. Like in 10 minutes, did a mock, and just put in work. So he sacks Nidoking, that's great for me. Cool. Potentially Keldeo. Potentially Tangrowth, I don't know. If he goes back into Tang, I just keep spamming EQ. Like I said, it is my play. If he wants to Giga Drain, so be it. I'm just going to EQ. I get a fat crit, which is great. He's going to drain, gets a bit of health back, obviously. Now I could double into Zapdos here on the Giga Drain, because it is kind of free, and then I can just, you know, threaten by going for attack. Honestly, I can, because I'm Assault Vest, I'm only taking a little bit of Toxic, and then I can basically just click Heat Wave. Pretty much knocks out Rotom from there. Actually, from this range, I might be able to potentially Ancient Power? Maybe? Be kind of crazy. I don't think I can. Ancient Power won't kill. I could though. I think I just want to EQ again. I want to keep this Tang as low as possible because he's just going to Giga Drain again. And that's fine because now he's at 46 and Zap just comes in. And I mean, I just click Discharge because if he stays in his Giga Draining, it's doing nothing. If he goes into his Rotom, it does nothing. Like, Ancient Power just kills Rotom. I'm going to click Ancient Power because if I get the boost, I just win. straight up. And if he stays in, it's whatever. I'm going to Ancient Power. Yep, he goes into Keldeo. If I get the boost here, it's hilarious. Do I get the boost? No, I don't. No boost, okay. So what I'm going to do here is stay in with Zapdos against Keldeo. Because I believe Keldeo is now in range of Heat Wave. As far as I can see. I think Keldeo is in range of Heat Wave. So I can kind of just click that for free. Well, actually, I can just click Discharge for free, because if he goes back into Tang or Rotom, it doesn't matter. Well, actually, I can just click Heat Wave if it kills Keldeo, to be honest. Yeah, Keldeo should just die to Heat Wave from here. Maybe. Maybe not. Wait, how much was HP last? No, he's naive, remember? Hold on, he's naive. So naive nature Keldeo just pretty much dies to Heat Wave, I think. Judging on damage output. Well, Ancient Power did a max roll there, and so before I have to discharge to ensure I kill him. If he Stone Edges, then my Slowking just sets up a Trick Room, and I click Psychic and win. So it's fine. Pretty confident he Scarf Keldeo. I'm just going to click Discharge, because if he swaps out again, he is in range of dying regardless. So yeah. Damn, I was so close to clicking Discharge as well. If I knocked out the Keldeo with Discharge, that was game. But I just Discharge here. If he wants to double, so be it. Actually, is it better Heat Waving? Because even if Keldeo knocks out my Zapdos, then Slowking sets up for free. And then it's really game over. I think Heat Wave is the play in case he tries to double out into Tang again. Why did I go into the dock there? Heat Wave does have a chance to kill, so I might as well click it here. Yep, he goes into Tang, so Heat Wave's going to knock that thing out. That's awesome. That basically means that my Latios just wins as well with D-Claw. So, yeah. He goes back into Keld. This is probably Choice Scarfed as I expected, but I can just Discharge on this turn for free. If he Stone Edges, Slowking has Trick Room, so we just win. Zapdos might just live Stone Edge too. It might just be that bulky. Hydros, I'm AV, dude. Sorry. Apologies. Zapdos putting in the work though. I think Latios can just come in now and clean up the game. So yeah, Lati just comes in and clicks D-Claw. And that should be the game. I think. Yeah, we D-Claw and we win. Nice. Alright, GG. So, that's crazy. Yeah, Lati just kind of put in the work. Rotom, I'm pretty sure we didn't... It definitely couldn't have been Scarf from what I was looking at, because did it click just Defog and then swap out? I'm trying to remember what Rotom did in that matchup. Yeah, Defog and then Volt Switch, so we knew it was fast. I knew I was faster. And regardless, I think my Slowking could have taken any hit, because it was at full health, I'm pretty sure. So I could then just fired off a Scald and won regardless. But yeah, we end up getting the W here. The team honestly did like perfectly. It did exactly what I expected. All the bulk that I put in paid off. The AV, Zapdos, put in a ton of work. Even if the Keldeo had killed me there with Hydro, then obviously you guys know what happened. Slowking would have gone for the Trick Room, and the game would have still gone the exact same way. I could have even just gone with Psychic at that point, because if Rotom came in, then I could have just clicked Scald, he could have attacked me. But if he was Scarfed, like, I knew he wasn't Scarfed though, so there was no reason to risk anything. But yeah, we get the W, so we're now 2-2 in Best Ever S. Definitely bouncing back. This was more of like a Verd team. It was like building the way that I know, pardon me, how I can build, and executing my strategies to perfection. So I was very happy with how that went. I don't regret my turn 1 play with Rachi either. Shutting down that Tang growth was huge in this game because it was such an annoyance throughout. Drill put in a ton of work against the Tang, 1v1ing it pretty much, and Zapdos, man. So Lati picked up kills on Weavile, Reuniclus, and Rotom, and then Zapdos knocked out Nidoking, Keldeo, and Tangrowth. So 3 kills shared for Zapdos and Mega Latios, but the entire team put in work. Even Volcarona, it let me scout for a lot of stuff, which was really important. But I'm very happy with how that went. GG and Hiker, I'll link his channel in the description. Nice 45-minute battle for you guys to watch, but hopefully you did enjoy this. If you did, like the video, all that good shit. We go to 2-2 now. I think when we played Owen, we lost 4-0 from memory. I think it was 4-0. So then we had a 2-0 win and 1-0 loss. So we're currently -1, but we are 2-2. So we're in a good spot right now in the season. I'm very happy with how that went. So yeah, I'm going to get out of here. But thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Verd. I'm out.